So it looks like Kim Porter's family is finally ready to speak their truth about Kim Porter's death, because they just made some shocking revelations about how Corey Gamble might have been part of her passing. The streets have been whispering, and it's getting extra messy. Allegedly, he played big role in helping Diddy cover up some seriously dark stuff, including Kim Porter's tragic passing. And get this, the crime scene photos show Corey at Kim's house before the coroners even showed up, just casually standing there as her body was being taken out. But hold on, y'all, 'cause it gets wilder. There's talk about how Corey allegedly stayed behind after the whole thing to clean up the scene, making sure that no one could point it back to Diddy. And if that wasn't bad enough, some reports are claiming Corey found himself in some really messy situations with Diddy. Now Kim's family is pulling up the receipts, and it looks like there might be more to Mr. Corey Gamble and his Kardashian connection, and what meets the eye to understand how Corey Gamble even came to be allegedly involved in Kim Porter's murder. We need to talk about how he got swept up with Diddy and some other shady characters in Hollywood. Corey Gamble was born in Atlanta in November 10, 1980. He's always been a slick character, because even in high school, Corey was that guy. He captured the football team, aced his classes, and earned the nickname Mr. Dependable. And if you needed something done, Corey was your man. Now, after high school, he went to Morehouse College, where he got a business degree, and after graduating college, Corey got caught up in some drama with Cher Buchanan, who just so happened to be an NFL star, Buchanan's ex. Their breakup was a big mess, with restraining orders filed on both sides, because things got really toxic between them. But here's the thing about Corey: he clearly has a thing for older women. Sherry was about 10 years his senior, and now he's dating Kris Jenner, who is 25 years older than he is. Guess when they say age ain't nothing but a number, Corey took that thing to heart. But apart from dating older women, there are claims that Corey once got involved in some interesting activities by allegedly starring in a couple of adult movies here and there. He eventually moved to LA, where he fell in love with Diddy's group, and they got close.
Tips that all are very, very similar, and these tips came from individuals who have claimed to be familiar or know Corey Gamble from when he still lived and worked in Atlanta, where he was one performer in the adult film industry. Multiple people came to me sharing this information, and that they had seen him while they were working on certain sets, and obviously I am not going to share their identity for their protection.
Now Corey and Diddy aren't just friends, they're practically glued together. And at this point, their bromance goes way back, but the exact start of it is a bit of a mystery. Rumor has it, though, that it all started through none other than Fonzworth Bentley, Diddy's old right hand man, who met Corey during their days at Morehouse College. And as the gossip goes, Fonzworth might have had his own unique relationship dynamic with Diddy. Let me ask you this. Well, what do you think Diddy and Fonzworth Bentley's real relationship was? Concubine master ooh. But B is not just some random guy in Diddy's orbit. He's pretty much family, especially when it comes to Diddy's kids. He's been the rock-solid guy even during their toughest times, like when Kim Porter passed away and the world was mourning. Corey was right there holding it down for Diddy. Or so it looked. We're going to get into that in a bit, but get this, Diddy wasn't the only famous person that Corey was hanging out with, because he was running into some pretty high circles. I'm talking about big names like ludicrous chef Michael Jordan and many more. He was getting flued out on private jets, attending VIP parties, and getting front row seats at the most exclusive events, or was out here living that ace dream. But to be fair to Corey, it's not like he was mooching off these famous people, because he also put in the work behind the scenes for a lot of artists. For example, Corey was a mastermind behind Ashton Kutcher's show Pun. Yeah, bet you didn't know. B. He also leveraged his connections with Scooter Braun to get a role as Justin Bieber's manager while he was on tour. He also had a role to play in Scotty McCee's album Clear as Day, which peaked at #1 on Billboard 200. He also worked behind the scenes on Justin Bieber's album Believe, which also ended up being a chart topper. But speaking of Justin Bieber, fans have pointed out how weird and sus it was that Justin's issues with substance abuse coincidentally started around the same time that Corey joined his team. And considering how close Corey and Diddy are, as well as the reports about how Diddy allegedly did bad things to Justin Bieber all around the same time, we need to consider if Diddy didn't use Corey as a way to get to Justin and maintain a hold over him. Well, sources are saying that not only did Diddy and Corey allegedly introduce Justin to drugs, but they also allegedly got him hooked to the point where Justin developed a full-blown addiction.
There was a time where I was sipping lean, I was popping pills, I was doing Molly, shrooms, everything, and it was just an escape for me.
I was waking up in the morning and the first thing I was doing is popping pills and smoking a blunt and starting my day. It just got scary. I basically said to myself, oh my God, if you're real, you get me through this season of stopping these pills and stuff, and if you do, I'll do the rest of the work.
Now, all this time, we thought that Corey was nothing more than Kris Jenner's arm candy, but it looks like he might have been running things right up under our very noses. Rumor has it that new evidence is bubbling up, and it's linking Corey to Kim Porter's tragic passing. But that's not all, because whispers in the street say that Corey allegedly helped Diddy cover up the whole situation. Yes, y'all, we're talking some real partners in crime type stuff. Maybe not Bonnie and Clyde, but Clyde and Clyde. Well, the allegations are stacking up faster than a Kardashian scandal. Y'all, don't even get me started on the rocky history between Kim Porter and Diddy. The gossip has been swirling for years about Diddy's horrible side, with Kim Porter supposedly walking away with more than just emotional scars. There are allegations of broken noses and bruises, and just something straight out of a horror movie. This particular incident that happened in 2005 was crazy, and according to an article, Diddy Cum's girlfriend Kim Porter was left with a broken nose after the couple argued on his yacht in San Ro. Holmes flew in a specialist plastic surgeon from Geneva after the accident. Porter has since claimed that she hurt her face after she banged her nose on a table. But interestingly, though, y'all, we're now finding out that Kim's family has always had their suspicions about Diddy and Corey's involvement in Kim's passing. While Kim's official verdict is that she passed away from pneumonia, her family has always called the S on that. But not only that, the sources are claiming that they are actually considered in filing a wrongful death lawsuit against Diddy. But then the FBI got involved and told them to hold off on this lawsuit. A source leaked the information and claimed that the reason the family chose not to file the lawsuit was that they had allegedly been contacted by the FBI. The source said they all have been contacted by the FBI, and 3 family members and 6 friends have been interviewed already and have been told to stay quiet. According to Kim's ex, Cassie told lawyers upon filing her own lawsuit against Diddy that she had information about the death of Kim Porter, and she has proof of the reason why Kim was murdered. Well, it turns out that Kim Porter's death was allegedly one of the things that the FBI was investigating Diddy for, and according to those leaked documents, they found a lot of inconsistencies in her manner of death. The document said when Kim passed, there were questions about the manner in which she died. If they are going to say that it was pneumonia and that she passed peacefully in sleep, then why was there blood located on Kim's pillowcases? And also, was a cell trail of blood on the bedroom floor that led to the bathroom? Why hasn't that been mentioned? Kim was not found unresponsive in bed. She was discovered on the bathroom floor, and if they found her in bed, then she was strategically placed there. Kim was not found by so-called housemates. That's a lie too. She was being supervised by a medical professional that was handpicked by Sean. Also, the last call Kim made was to 911 at 2:43 a.m. But Kim was found passed away later in the morning around 11 o'clock. Kim's ex, Albie Shore, also hinted that Diddy had had something to do with her passing, and he threw shade at Diddy on Instagram.